The DC 10 was an aircraft first flown in 1970 and introduced in 1971 by American Airlines. The plane was manufactured by McDonnell Douglas and it was intended for long range flights.
Flight 191. Flight 191 was set to leave from O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, Illinois, and land in Los Angeles International Airport on Friday morning, the weekend of Memorial Day. There were 258 passengers on board and 13 crew members on board.
On May 25th, 1979, at 8:53 a.m., Flight 191 had issues and loses its left engine that was attached to the left wing. As they try to stable the plane out, it begins a sharp bank to the left, due in part to retraction of the outboard slats caused when the engine fell from the left wing. The cause of this is the other engine stalled out and it didn't have enough speed to stay in the air, so it completely caused a loss of electrical power. Soon after, the plane crashed and it left no survivors.
So the pilot was aware when the situation happened that the DC 10 can fly with only two of the three engines still working. The co pilot then tries to stable out the plane, but more issues occurred and was unable to do so. DC flight crew Captain Walter Lux has been flying DC 10 for 8 years and has as much as flight hours as Flight 191 with 22,000 hours. His co-pilot, First Officer James Dillard, alongside them was Flight Engineer Alfred Udovich. The crew was very experienced and have had over 10,000 flight hours. What happened was not the crew's fault, it came down to American Airlines' fault. In the photo you're looking at it is how the engine attached to the wing. The black box at the top of the picture is called the pylon. Following the indicator pointing towards the far right of the picture is the AFT bulkhead flange. Beside that is indicator is another one of the incident that truss link assembly, and finally the indicator that is pointing towards the engine. Looking back at the picture, if you look at the pylon, you can see that the bolt and the butt came out of the rear left pylon. Looking closely, you can see that the nut and the bolt are clearly broken. This is what caused the pylon to eject upwards onto the left wing, taking the engine with it. Also, the communication wiring and warning system was connected to the left wing of the plane. When it came off, they were not sent a warning for the engine failure. Communicate with the communication tower.
The Federal Aviation Administration ordered all carriers of the DC-10s to be inspected where the engine attaches to the wing. Ernie Gigulotti was a mechanic for United Airlines and he was one of the people to inspect the plane. He felt like something was wrong. He pushed the engine nose and felt it move side to side, but it's supposed to go up and down. There was also an unusual metallic noise. They decided to look and removed panels and found damage like fractures and bolts with the heads sheared off. On June 6th, all DC-10 were grounded, and this significantly hurt all airlines. Maintenance was instructed by McDonnell Douglas Aerospace Company. The plan was to remove the engine from a pylon, then remove the pylon from the wing. The airline company found a shortcut to fix everything. The shortcut was to remove the engine and pylon from the wing as a unit with the use of a forklift.
The National Transportation Safety Board stated that this saved 200 man-hours per aircraft, which equals to a lot of money saved. This was a big deal because safety and money is a constant battle in situations like this. The National Transportation Safety Board stated that this saved 200 man-hours per aircraft, which equals to a lot of money saved. This was a big deal because safety and money is a constant battle in situations like this.
Alright, so first point is that they could have changed the location of all electrical and communication wiring because on this plane it was all on one side. Second point is that if they would have spread data throughout the plane, it would have helped the pilots communicate and would have warned them about future engine failure, which didn't happen, which is why the engine failed. Third point is the biggest flaw is that they could have improvised on keeping up maintenance to prevent human error.
Design flaws. Engineers and airlines around the world were made aware of the dangers behind the poor design and made all the recommended corrections needed to make the DC-10 what they are in today's age. Engineering flaws like this one made an extreme impact on the airlines and society today.